Hi, good afternoon. Just trying to get set up here. Hi, good afternoon. Oh, I can hear myself. I don't want that. Can you hear me now? Just trying to get set up here. Hi, good afternoon. I can hear myself. I don't want that. Can you hear me now? Okay. I see I have two watching and I'm using a whole new version. This is not the version that I was trying to use to come in here. So if you could just let me know. I see I have two watching and I'm using a whole new version. This is not the version that I was trying to use to do my in here. So if you could just let me know. I see I have two watching and I'm using I have a feedback happening and I don't know why I have a feedback happening. So I have a feedback happening. I don't know why I have a feedback happening. So let me see. Oh dear. Just trying to make sure here. This is new from me, not my first ever live, but first time in YouTube live. And I'm trying to use the Zoom conference to come in, but I'm not sure if it's working. New from me, not my first ever live, but first time in YouTube live. And I'm trying to use the Zoom conference. Sorry, I'm having to pause. I'm trying to figure out how to. Sorry, I'm having to pause. I'm trying to figure out how to get this to fully work so that I'm not hearing a feedback. There is a feedback happening, and I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out how to get this. Oh, thank you to whoever just messaged me and told me it's working. Can you tell me if there's a feedback? I'm not sure. Oh, thank you to whoever just messaged me and told me it's working. Can you tell me if there's a feedback? See, I'm hearing the feedback myself. I'm like, it's okay. Okay. Live is working. Okay. So I'm hoping that you can hear me without this crazy little feedback. This doesn't happen in my Zoom conference and it doesn't happen on my Facebook Live. And I don't know why it's happening here, but we're going to go with it. And I don't know why I can't see if you guys are typing in here or anything, but I'm just trying to open up the chat. Okay. It's really funny looking at myself in the screen, the way it's all showing up. It's a very different setup. But we're here. That's what matters. Oh, so I think I got it. Just let me get this. Okay. Yes, I think I have it. I think I have it figured out. Welcome to my live. I'm trying to see this on my screen as well without the volume. So okay. I think I'm in. I have 3 screens going. I think I have it all figured out. Yay. Okay. So if you're new to my YouTube channel, you'll get used to my craziness. Craziness happens everywhere, all the way around me. I'm starting the new Facebook Live. I've been doing the monthly zodiac readings for a while in YouTube. If you're only following me on YouTube, you can always go to my Facebook page as well, Corey Thorne, the spiritual healer, and you can follow my lives there. And you can also pick up any events and stuff that's happening there and any upcoming workshops that I have that are taking place. I really want to get out into the YouTube world. That's where my work feels like in my heart. It needs to go now. So we're starting out here and seeing where it goes. I'm not even sure the microphone should be working on the right microphone. Okay, so to my friends who are watching, if there's no sound, please let me know. I'm hoping there is. I think I have the feedback problem fixed on my end because it was really driving me insane to hear my own voice. But we're up and we're going. I just can't not see, and I don't know how to make this work for me, is that I can't see the comments, which I need to kind of see. So I'm just working around here as I'm talking to you girls or guys, whoever's in here. I just know I just seen a few of my friends join in. So if I could bring up on both, it would be lovely that I could see. Oh, yay. Okay. I see you guys. I see your chats. All right. Thank you, Lisa. Yay. Okay. So it's all working fine. We got that figured out. I can see chats now. I will be linking into the YouTube chat somehow. I don't know how to make that fully work yet. I'm learning, learning as I go. So I'm starting with a general card, just as I do in Facebook. But I guess I should probably introduce myself a little bit, since this is new for those who don't know who I am. My name is Corey Thorne. I work as a spiritual teacher, spiritual healer. I'm going to start shuffling now. The cards are ready to go. I'm picking up the energy of everyone is coming in. I've done some writing. My name is Corey Thorne. I'm a spiritual teacher, healer. I work as a psychic medium and empowerment life coach. I work in past life healing and a little bit of everything else. I'm a Reiki master, teacher. I also do oracle cards. I use a tarot cards a little bit. You may see me use them a little bit in here, not a whole lot. It's just not my thing. Do I own decks? Of course I do. I have lots of decks of everything. My whole purpose and point with my lives is that I love to be able to help people heal their hearts. I do a lot of teaching, creating workshops. I have a program called More Than Existing, and it's the level 1 program, level 1 of a 4 levels that'll be starting again in January. I look forward to having so many more people start to join this program. My mission, my intention is always in the love and light. And please always remember, you have free will. I'm happy to be coming in here and doing these readings. And with the lives that'll be taking place over the next few weeks as I get this up and running, is that I will be here to offer out cards and give mini readings, whatever it may be. We don't know how the whole page will come to life yet, or the channel, but I'm sure it will find a life of its own as we're heading in here. As of right now, I don't have such a big following on YouTube as I have on my Facebook page. So it's getting used to having just small numbers of people in the beginning. So welcome to all of my regulars. And if you're new, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for being here. And I will get the rest of the zodiac readings up for the month of December. Yesterday, my dog passed away of 13 years. She was a little Shih Tzu Maltese. Her name was Molly. And so it's been one of those months, and I think it's been one of those years for myself and for a lot of people that it's been some ups and some downs. And I wanted to do this because it is coming in on the full moon energy that's here right now. And as we're really coming into the peak of the full moon, I feel it as if this is a good time to kind of let go of the old. And of course, we're into the end of an era coming up. And so any fears or any old doubts that may have been there, it's like, let it go. And that was part of the issue with coming into my YouTube live was, oh, can I do this? Do I want to take this on? Of course I do. I love to be able to help people. And the more people we can reach in this world, the happier I am. So, and it's funny because the first card that I pulled from the deck, and I'm using the Colette Baron Reed Enchanted Map deck, one of my favorite. I love Colette. And the card that came out was Heal the Ouch. And of course, I'm not reading from the book of the card, but it's, oh, sorry, my light kind of will give you a reflection here, but it's Heal the Ouch is the card. And perfectly as we're talking about doing the healing work that we need to do on ourselves as we're getting ready with the full moon, is that this is a really good opportunity to know that everything that's kind of rising and bubbling back up inside of ourselves of the past. And it's like, why am I thinking of this old time? Why am I thinking of this ex? Or why is this ex showing up in my life? Or why is this old energy back? Why do I feel this way again? Why can I not shake this feeling? And it's a lot of times what's happening right now is it's coming up so that you can deal with it now. You can say, you know what, I'm not taking this into 2020. I don't want this energy following me. I want to be in a new energy. I want to be the best version of me going into 2020. So if we start right now and we start to do that healing that we've kind of said, you know, that's been so deep down, and I've been teaching this in my More Than Existing, was really reaching down deep and having to reach down for our shadow, reach down for that essence of ourselves that, you know, we may have been conditioned to believe was not so good about ourselves. That, you know, we are just that kind of person who's a pleaser. You do everything to make everyone else happy, and you're just like, no, there was parts of my old self that I really liked, or I'm not going to live in shame that I had this past, that things in my past had happened. Is that I'm going to accept this. This is who I am. I'm going to pull up this version of myself. I'm going to look in the mirror and I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to start loving you today. I'm going to start falling in love with you today. I'm going to start doing the things that I want to do for me. And you either like this version or you don't, but this is acceptance. And so this is where healing the ouch is coming in for me, is that finding your voice, being your true authentic self, and healing the old wounds or the old conditioning is what I'm picking up. The old conditioning around thinking that you had to be somebody else because of situations or times in the past that were just, well, they were younger versions of you, or they were different versions of you. And this is who you are today. And as I said, as I always say, thank God I'm not who I was in my 20s, but I sure loved her. She was a lot of fun. Did everybody like her? Probably not. And to this day, there's going to be people not going to like me, but that's okay. That's the acceptance, is that when you start to accept all of who you are, how you're showing up, when you can look in the mirror and say, I'm liking you today. And that happens when we truly start to put the work into the healing. When we start to say, you know what, I'm going to go back, I'm going to heal that foundation. I'm going to start to look at the old stories, look at the ancestrals. I'm not my parents, I'm not the past. And I know I repeat this over and over because it's so important. If you're on my Facebook lives, you'll often hear me say, you're not the past, you're not your family. We don't get to build that empire inside of ourselves if we continue to keep holding on to all of the past. It's like you have to let that go. It's like the elevator can't rise up. We can't rise up if we have that weighted energy coming with us. Is we take it as fuel. And I'm teaching this right now as I'm going into level 2. Make it your jet fuel. Allow the things of the past to become the jet fuel, and remembering that you're now in the driver's seat. You're driving your future the way that you want it to be, by making a choice to no longer to be living in the suffering, the hurts, the pains that that were inflicted upon you, or that you were conditioned to believe you should be. And as we're moving forward, it's so important to start to let that go. Hi to Jenna and Beth and Pam, uh, Rachel, hi, and Shauna, hi. I know this is early, guys, and for anyone going to be watching this later, it is earlier in the day than I normally do. I'm often more of a nighttime, but I wanted to just come in and just get the videos up and running and working and seeing if it does work. And of course, I look like a crazy fool in the beginning because I couldn't figure out why I had that noise, but it was because the channel was, it was down in the bottom. I actually had the browser open. I actually had the browser open as well. And so the browser had the volume on, kind of chuckling at myself, total Corey moment. And so I was getting this feedback because it was volume trying to play from another area. And so I noticed I had all these screens opened up. And the second card that I pulled out, and this is general as well, I'm not doing individual cards so much right now until we get this channel up and going properly, was a commitment. And I feel like the commitment, what I'm getting here is a commitment to yourself. And I'm going to continue this into the card that I just got of, I'm doing a 3-card spread. So the first card would be the card of where we have been, what still needs to be coming, what we're looking at right now that we don't want to carry forward and what we want to let go with the full moon. And then the card that's coming up with right now, what is the intention that we're setting for ourselves? And the intention that comes up is, the intent is that you're making a commitment to the relationship with yourself, or moving into one. And I also get, there is also, I'm going to say this because I'm feeling this around, and I think this might be somebody even watching a little bit later. I'm seeing an engagement ring coming at Christmas time. It's a pretty engagement ring. It looks like it's kind of a little bit round, like a more of a round kind of diamond, big diamond in center, possibly some diamonds on the side or down the band. I feel like possibly around the band is where I'm seeing the diamonds, but I'm seeing an engagement ring, and it's like, you might have been asking for this, or you might have been thinking about it, but it's coming, it's on its way to you. It's just like, I see you posting the pictures and going, look, I finally got this. And you're probably being told you weren't ever going to get one. You are going to get one. I feel as if there's a real true commitment happening. I don't know who that's for. That seems very specific of somebody who's watching maybe a little bit later. And it's like that winter wonderland. I wouldn't even be surprised if you actually got married the following winter. Like it's like just a whole 1 year thing. If by New Year's next year or Christmas next year, you're getting married. But it's fast. It's like a whirlwind. You might have been waiting a long time for a ring, but now that you're getting the ring, it's like, watch this, watch us go now. Watch us get this, watch us, make all of this happen so that we can start moving into a future. And then back to the general of this is that this is a commitment to yourself, and you're making that commitment to that you deserve to be that star in your own life. You deserve to put yourself first, deserve to be a priority. Why not you? And if you're the person who constantly keeps saying all over the place, oh, everything goes wrong, everything is like the Debbie Downer, that energy, right? Or if you're the one that says, oh, that's not going to be me, I'm not going to be that one. I'm not going to be the one that would ever achieve everything or be able to get everything that I want, or that I feel like, I need to make me happy. I'll never have happiness, or I'll never have a healthy relationship. If you're that person, you have to change those words. You have to start looking at life in a new perspective, because I feel as if there is so many beautiful opportunities that are coming up here now that it feels like the sky is the limit. I just see like there's an opening. It's like this portal opening that just says, there's this, you can reach to the stars and you can receive what you want. Is of course it takes action steps. You can't sit your ass on a chair and wait for life to come get you, because it's not going to happen. I don't care how great of a manifester you are, you have to put in the freaking action steps. You can't keep complaining. You can't keep doing everything to self-sabotage yourself and expect the world to provide, the universe to provide for you. This feels like you're going to have to put some action steps in, but it's like just reaching up to the stars. And I just got a picture of somebody's bedroom. as a child with those glow in the dark plastic stick on stars. And it's like you begged to have these on your ceiling or on your wall. And it's like ripping them down is like a pain in the ass. But I see somebody having them. I see this like being a kid and having this on the ceiling in your room. And you used to believe in magic. And I don't know why I feel like outside the door of the room, I can hear your little ears hearing a lot of yelling, screaming, as if you heard a lot of family um, mental abuse. And the fact that what I'm picking up um, is that somebody wasn't loyal to the relationship or the marriage outside of that room, outside of that door, and you heard it and you kept hearing it and you kept hearing those fights, and now you believe. And it's like you believed in magic then, but as time went on and you heard that so much, you truly believed that there was no way anybody could have a healthy relationship. It's like everybody's going to cheat on me, nobody's going to be loyal to me. And you've carried that through because you've heard it, seen it, experienced it. It was conditioned into you because you lived in it as a child. And I see you having like a small bed. These are some pretty specific messages I'm kind of getting here, but it feels as if this was, you had those little plastic little stars, and you had like the globe. Like you love the fact that to look at the moon, and with this full moon coming, you're still very moon connected. You're still very full moon. You feel the energy of the full moon. You know you're affected by the full moon, and this is the opportunity now to say, I'm not that story. I'm not what my family had outside of that bedroom wall. I'm not that. That's not who I am. And I just feel like the moment that you can just say to that little girl, little boy, whoever you were, whatever whoever you were, it's just say, it's okay for you now to lay down, go to sleep, put your head down, and rest comfortably in your own home, in your own bed, knowing that the relationship that's coming in for you, or the relationship that's there, is going to be a one that's loyal. It's going to be a committed relationship. And it's okay for you to believe that you're worthy of this. You are not your parents, or you're not the people that you lived with. It could have been guardians, whatever they were, or you're not your grandparents, but you're you. And this is a time to truly believe in the love, in that love can really happen. And love can also be loyal, and love can be honest. But it starts with you being honest with yourself about what your needs are, what kind of relationship you're searching for. If you're still searching for the same kind of relationship that was on the other side of that door, the same thing that was happening, and you keep putting yourself in those kind of relationships, well, you're going to get the same thing that was happening beyond that door. But you got to be the one to look back at those stars, believe in the magic, that you truly know that you can step out into a relationship that's totally different than what was on that inside, or what was on the outside of that door. It's that you are worthy. You're worthy of a beautiful, healthy relationship. And that's what I see around for a lot of people, this beautiful, healthy relationships taking place. I keep having to go back and forth. Hi, Stephanie and Brenda and Jenna. Hi. And everyone else who's still in here. And then the third card that I'm pulling is Spark. See, it's right into the little children of us. Now that we're in that room, now that we're those little kids and that I'm picking up, and is that what I'm with this, I just feel like I keep getting like the man on the moon, like we might never have believed we could ever put a man on the moon, but we did that. So why can't we believe that we can have like all that sparkle and glittery and beautiful and wonderful in our lives? It's like there just feels like there's an opportunity for you to be able to like be that little kid that can go out into the puddles. And this is kind of moving into the future card, because I'm doing a 3-card spread. That you know how the little kid goes out with the rubber boots on and just jumps in the mud and just like laughs to the bottom of their belly. Well, that's what it feels like to me. Why not make this Christmas season that's coming? Why not make this time of the year that's as this era is ending? It's like
let's send this out with peace, love, and light instead of continue to sit in all the other things that may have been taking place. And not saying that it didn't exist or that we should ignore it, or we should pretend that life didn't happen. Of course, we know life happened. We lived it, right? Whatever it may have been for you, you lived it, you know it. And of course, I'm not talking about that grief of losing somebody that we're in right now. We've got to go through those. We've got to go through those stages. They're real. They're happening. And, someone can't tell you to just get over those things. I'm speaking about that in that inner essence of happiness and joy that we search for is what I'm thinking, what I'm speaking of right now. It's that essence of just knowing. And I can tell you that when I had to make some changes in my life, and I'm repeating a little bit of this because the YouTube channel is not Facebook channel, so I don't have all the same followers in here, or I'm just new to here, is the essence that when I had to make that choice to say, I'm done kind of living life the way that I was living it. I was in a lot of pain and struggling and suffering and just needing to make some changes in my life. Was that when I set an intention that I was going to live a life that was created of happiness and joy, and whatever it would cost me to find happiness and joy, I was seeking that out. I was willing to pay the price. Sometimes we have to pay some prices to find that happiness and joy, but the happiness and joy that comes in here, the light that shines in our eyes, the joy that it brings us to know that we're living in the essence of our truest self, and we're living for us, and we're living with a true commitment to healthy relationships all the way around our lives, and that we're not going to take no more shit, and you're not going to live in shit, and you're going to make those changes. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say even shit in YouTube, I don't know, but it's knowing that you're going to be, that you're going to light your own fire. You're going to be that spark. You're going to be the one who starts this ball rolling in your new life as your life happens. And yes, I talk with my hands a lot when I'm channeled in. and it's like your spark that you're lighting is a magical spark. And as you light that, and as you start living this life the way that you want to live it coming into 2020, it just feels like to me you get to own your world, own your energy. You're starting to decide for yourself instead of what was conditioned to you or how you thought you should be, and you're beating to your own drum. And the card that comes as a validation for these three cards, that just of where we have been, where we're going, and it's storm fields, and it just feels, and what comes up is the storm's actually leaving. Everything that has challenged us. And if you're like me, I am an Aries, and I'm in that Chiron in my energy right now, and I'm not an astrologer, but I try to follow as much as I can. And everything was the healer being healing the wounded healer. And it's like everything that I've ever had to heal in the past couple of years, I truly believe, I'm like, oh my God, is there anything else left down there that I have to, any more corners I have to sweep out? Because it has been a challenging year, 2 years, whatever. It's like, but I've stayed on my journey. I've stayed on my path. And I can tell you that there's been so many wonderful things that went with this as well. And this is what it feels like for me that's coming up with this card, is that the storms are going. It's no longer blowing in. It's actually moving away. And that the energy feels as if it's getting lighter. It feels as if it has more light and more love behind it for self-love and self-worth as we're moving out of I'm going to say it's been a freaking tornado sometimes that comes barreling in. And I'm also picking up the essence that I have a sense of, and I'm seeing somebody like taking money and flipping money out like this. Like, I see those commercials or videos, and you see the money being flipped out. That's what it feels like to me. It's like being flipped out. The money is being flipped out like somewhere. It's like that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, or that jackpot coming in. I feel like for some of you, the finances are finally going to be settling in. It's like you're financial problems. And for some, you may have to take some action steps into consolidation and those type of things, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be worth it. But I also feel like a magical kind of opportunity arising for for some people after the storms, like now that you can see, now that the dust has settled and you can actually start to see again, it's like you can see clearly now on what you need to do to stay focused, what you need to do to go into 2020, what's happening within your world, what's been happening in your world, because it's almost like some have been in a daze. And it's like, I don't even know what's been happening. It's like now all of a sudden you look around even at your house and it's like, oh God, did I not clean the walls for the past year? Did I not clean the windows for the past year? It's like you've just been in survival mode, and it feels as if you're coming out of survival mode and able to move in to now being able to say, okay, let me clean everything off now that the dust has moved past. Let me shine everything up. And now I can see, what I need to do on my part to make this coming year be the best year that it can possibly be for me, knowing that there's always going to be human moments. We can't get out of the human moments. They're going to happen. So one last card before I leave. Now, actually, I have two things. And this might be somebody later on. Again, I have a person here who used to wear too many hats. They try, and I'm like, is this like the sports hats that has like the chief on it, or is this actually somebody who was a chief, like an chief who would have wore their headpiece with the feathers, the whole thing? Or is this someone who wore too many hats, who was always trying to be the best coach, or always trying to, was at every event, was trying to do everything for everybody, be the best? I got a male. He's male. The best father, the best coach, the best everything, wanted to be everywhere, did everything, and just feels as if he depleted himself trying to please everybody else. And what I'm being told is that in the end, he was still the one always being judged. And he said, it is not worth it. It's like, don't feel that you have to wear so many hats. And I don't know who this belongs to. Hello, Stan. And welcome. And what I'm picking up with this person who wore way too many hats, and or if he was a chief and he wore like actual ceremonial headpiece, is that he's telling whoever this message is for, I'm sure it might be somebody watching later, but he's just saying that don't feel that as you're starting to get your energy back, as you're starting to find yourself, that you have to feel obligated to start wearing so many hats, that now that you're feeling better, or now that you're starting to step out into the world, that you have to jump into doing everything. It's like, no, slow and steady wins the race. Do things slowly, only take on what you can. You don't need to take on the world. You're not here to conquer the whole world. You're here to make sure you're living the best life for you. But this man and he keeps popping up, and I can keep seeing him. And he started as soon as I started to meditate to come in here. And I look forward to actually having way more people in here that can actually validate some of this stuff, because I know it's energy of someone who's watching this video. And he keeps talking to me. He keeps coming through, and I'm telling him that I can't find who he's searching for, but he's searching for someone in particular. So if you're watching this, or who, it's like, I don't know, but he's very specific about the hats, or the hat that chief look. I feel as if he may, like, it just wore too many hats. He was so involved. And I also have somebody, and the energy is going to change very quickly. I have a lot of energy happening. I have a lot of people trying to come through. I'm like, I only come in to do 3 cards, guys, but it's coming through. I have somebody who passed away in a crotch rocket, like a motorcycle that was buckled over, like bent over, possibly a red color, or like red and black, maybe. And I feel he hit a a cement wall or a barricade or something. He tells me he was going too fast, and I see the bike sliding and he lost control. Possibly it was raining, but I just feel like he slid, and he says he lost control. And is this a card reading? Yes, Dan, it is a card reading. I'm almost done, and I'm yeah, and this is my first time coming on my live. So hi Cass Love. I'm a reader and empath. Welcome. Welcome to my page. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I keep saying page because I'm used to being on Facebook Lives. You can also follow me on Facebook, Corey Thorne, the spiritual healer. And I do Facebook Lives as well and post all my events and everything else on there. I've been just doing recorded videos on here prior to now. So but I'm almost done for the day, but I will be back on a regular basis now, coming in here and working with YouTube, working with my YouTube channel. But back to the crotch rocket person, whoever this is watching later, I don't know why this energy is all coming through. I feel like they were going too fast. They were in a rush to get somewhere. I feel like they were probably getting to meet up with a girl or meet up with no, I feel like they were on their way to get somebody or pick up somebody. And they're saying they were not that they weren't paying attention, they were driving too fast. And I just hear, sorry that I didn't listen, is what I'm getting. Sorry, I didn't listen. Like I was told to slow down time and time again, and I did not slow down. They're on a crotch rocket, and I didn't slow down. And as I said, I wasn't coming in to do my mediumship work so much today, but these people have been just coming in. And then I have a man, and he's French or something like, and I keep getting Pierre or something like that, but he keeps telling me that he has like, I keep seeing like Pepe Le Pew or whatever they used to call him, or just I think he's like a flea or something on Muppets or something from years ago. I can't remember, but I just keep getting music, and he keeps telling me about the music, and he loved music. He loved the fiddle and loved to dance, and he's French, and I feel like he possibly had like a mustache, like a little mustache. And I got listened to the music, and it's old music. Love the old music, the old times. And he just keeps doing this to whoever this is for, and Pierre or something like that is what he does, is that know that I love you, know that don't stop listening to music, and don't die with the music inside of you. Let your music out is what I'm hearing. Let your music out. And I kind of had something like this on my Facebook the other day, but it wasn't French. Oh, good, Cassie. I'll have to follow yours as well after. A skunk. Yes, Jessica. That's what it was a skunk, not a flea. It was a skunk. You're right. Yeah. And it's that accent is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that accent of somebody who's got that, like that French accent. And like my mother's maiden name was Perrier, like the water. But this is, it's Pierre is what Pierre is what I'm getting. And he's just telling you not to die with the music still inside. And I feel like you're somebody who sings, and he's telling me you got your own talent, but you don't sing. So whoever you are watching later, you're someone who's, please post in my YouTube channel if these resonate with you, because I will answer you. And if I can get any more info, I will help you with this. I feel as if you sing for your dog, your cat, your whatever, and it's no, you have to start like putting yourself out there. Why not get up on stage, or why not sing out besides in the shower? Why not get out and sing for your friends, or start going to karaoke, whatever it may be? But this guy was like a fiddle or violin, like something, but I see like the wooden dance floors, like tapping his feet. I see the old like kitchen parties type of energy. I'm from Newfoundland, Canada, so we know all about kitchen parties there. So if you That's the way music was done. It was done in a kitchen party, and everybody gets around, everybody plays their musical instruments, and of course there's often drinking happening too and fun, but this guy's just telling me this is who he was. And he just get out there and live. All right. You're welcome, Cass. So I'm going to do one last card. As anyone who follows me on my other pages know that I really resonate with the God consciousness, Mother Mary. I channel through the energies of Mother Mary. This is Adoring Virtue deck of, I know she doesn't make any cards anymore and she doesn't do any of this work no more. But this is one of my favorite decks and I've been using it for years. And this is the Mother Mary deck, and I just want to end the session, end my live with a Mother, with as two cards come flying out into my lap. As we were talking about earlier, as we're moving into the end of an era, I was talking about joy and happiness. The card on the very bottom of the pack was joy, and here's like a little choir singing. So back to this Pierre. It's like finding the joy and happiness in your life. Let's end this season with some peace and love in our hearts instead of fear of what is to come. It's like, don't live in fear. We look at it with a new perspective of that there's still a lot of love in the world. There's still a lot of joy in the world. And there is still a lot of, really have faith that there's still a lot of good happening out there. And there's still a lot of good people. And I know a lot of good people live in a lot of good energy. And the balance between giving and receiving is the card that's coming up, and miracle. And miracle. And I truly believe in everyday miracles, and I believe in the essence that miracles can happen if you've been challenged or if you've been going through a lot of challenges over the past few years. I truly, honestly believe as if miracles can happen and life can turn around just like that, and magic can happen. And I've seen beautiful things take place in people's lives. And I feel like what's happening as I'm taking on this YouTube channel now and coming out in the YouTube world and expanding my business is I truly feel the essence of that balance between giving and receiving. And the more love and joy we're spreading out into the world, the more that comes back to us. And I feel as if there is some people who've been really, really challenged, like you've hit your lowest moments. And as I write in my teachings, is that our lowest moments become sometimes our most defining moments. When we're at that point, when we're done and we don't have enough room in that cup to fit another little bit of stuff in there. Like, this is, how much more can you give me, God? It's like, just stop saying that and just say, I know good things are coming for me. And I feel as if there's some miracle opportunities or like quick turnarounds taking place. And I truly believe that joy and happiness and love and light that we start to spread gets to come back around to us. And just hold on to the faith, and not just a faith in creator or God consciousness, whatever it is for you, but also the faith in you. You have to believe in you. And if you believe in you, you can make magic happen on the inside first by finding that happiness within and then allowing it to spread out into the world. Give love, watch love come back. Thank you for joining me. And I will be back a whole lot more in my YouTube. You're going to be seeing a lot of me. Hi, Dana. It's just coming on the very end. Have to go back and watch the recording over again. And I will get every little glitch figured out for my YouTube channel. And I don't know if I'll actually be using Zoom or if I'll be using one of the other outlets. I have 2 or 3 that I can use in here. We'll see. But thank you for joining me today. I was only coming in for a half hour and I've been in way longer. And thank you. Thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. Oh, Cassie Love, Ontario. Oh, yay. Another Canadian. Welcome. I'll be going to your page and start joining. I've been here since the start. Oh, Dana, you're just trying to figure it out too. Oh, good. I'm glad you're in since the start, Dana. Yay. Thank you. You're very welcome, Pam. And Cass Love, I'll be going over to yours and joining your page as well right now. So thank you, and much love to you all. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.